Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with another Mixed Manny chat. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I'm going to set a timer because it's just easier to know like how many parts of this Mixed Manny chat's going to be if I have a timer reminding me of how long I end up talking and doing my Manny. I want to try to keep it to one part, but you know, it doesn't always go that way. So while I have you all here, if it's your first time here, thanks for joining us. What I do is I typically just chit chat about life, and I do my manicure mostly with Color Street. Today, however, you'll see I've got some Sharpies. You'll see why. But before I begin, wanted to give a shout out to Tara Stoddard. I'm actually doing her Motherly Love Mixed Manny Challenge today, but she sent me copies of the spring catalog and the core catalog, and I didn't have these yet, so I'm so excited. If you guys are interested in Color Street, the spring catalog will be leaving the site sometime soon because the summer catalog is going to be coming out. So yeah, if you like any of these, get it like soon. And then the core catalog should be here for like the whole year. So these you don't have to rush to get, but you know, if you want any of these, my sister-in-law's link is below. My sister-in-law Carla is a stylist. Also, Tara Stoddard is a stylist. If you want to check her out and her YouTube channel and her link, she has a link on her website and her YouTube channel. So if you want to check her out too, you can do that. But yeah, support our Color Street stylists because it's so much fun to do so. But all right, let's begin because gosh, it's only been a week, but just so much has happened this week, and I just realized I don't have scissors right in front of me because I'm a dummy and forgot. And so let me just grab some scissors so I can open this. This is from one of the subscription boxes, Color Play subscription boxes, the March, I believe, Hidden Treasure. So String of Pearls is one that I saved a whole bunch of, and I'm going to use this as the base. And I realized that I didn't put down a base coat, so let me just really do that really quick. Obviously, I am so not prepared today because I've been spending not only today celebrating mothers. So my sister-in-law Carla, we celebrated her by taking her and the kiddos to IHOP, and so we did that, and then we picked up some awesome Malaysian food to bring home for my mother and family to enjoy for Mother's Day because my mom didn't want to go out. She said that last week when my brother was in town and we all went to go celebrate a belated birthday for me and early Mother's Day for her, she said that was enough. But of course, for us, it's like, no, that's not enough. We wanted to show her our appreciation too. So one of the places that we had looked up when we were looking for special places to celebrate this month was this Malaysian restaurant. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's in Alhambra, the neighboring city, and the food is amazing. Some awesome Hainan chicken and roti with curry, and yeah, just really good food. My mom was very impressed to the point where she says that when we go to Utah in August that we got to buy it and bring it for my sister Michelle so she can try it, because my mom's like, oh, Michelle's gonna love this, and I highly agree. So yeah, I'm excited to already have plans in the future to be eating that food again. But yeah, so anyways, that's how I spent Sunday, which is a really great way to spend Sunday. My three favorite F's: family, food, and fun. So yeah, really, I had 2 meals like back to back, and now I'm like debating whether or not I eat the rest of the birthday cake that my friend Diane had bought. So yesterday I spent time with my gal pals, Na and Diane, and Na bought this amazing Vietnamese food. Oh my gosh, so good. And then Diane bought this awesome chocolate cake from Porto's. And so, yeah, let's just say that this coming week, I'm definitely going to be doing intermittent fasting to work off all the calories, the delicious, delicious calories that I've had. But you know, that's how we do birthdays, you know? You gotta have the good food and the good vibes with your friends and family. That's what I live for. May not have all the money in the world, but if you've got good family, good friends, and good food, and you're able to have fun, that is the secret to life and happiness. I'm telling you. All right. But anyways, motherly love is the theme this week on Mother's Day here. And the reason why you see Sharpies is because I'm going to be coloring in. This is a clear overlay. So using String of Pearls as a base, Wildflower as the overlay, but I'm going to color them. And I had my mom choose. I said, Mom, pick 3 colors. And so these are the 3 colors that she chose. So I'm going to be coloring those flowers in. So you'll be here to see that as I do that. But yeah, this week kind of flew by. So where we left off last week, I know I kind of rushed to get off, didn't even finish my thumbs on camera last week, and I was hoping that it would have just been like a one part video, but I realized, you know, I didn't set the timer, so I didn't know that I ended up in a 2-parter, like a really brief 2-parter, so my bad. I would try to do better about that. I know some of you have said, it doesn't matter how long the videos are, just do you, and so, you know, I appreciate that, but I try to keep them to a shorter length, but when I do, like, mixed manis, sometimes, 1, I'm, like, chit-chatting too much, 2, it takes a lot of time, so if you're using Color Street, so for those that don't know Color Street, I'm sure the people that watch know what Color Street is, but for those that don't know, Color Street's dry nail polish strips. Like, they're mostly dry, but they're sticky enough where you can lay them on your fingers and then let them, you know, cure to your fingers, and they last really long. Like, if you saw last week's video, I guess I didn't store my Paint the Town very well because it was all melty, and I almost didn't think I was able to use it, but I was able to use it, and I pulled through, and I was able to use it, and it actually stayed. So with the 2 layers, Paint the Town, and then a Roaring Time on top of it, that mani stayed on my fingers the whole week. Like, there was barely any wear and tear on the tips, and the only reason you would have, like, seen anything, like, off was because, like, the edges right here by my cuticles was kind of, like, growing out, and so that's the only reason. Like, if I wasn't, like, doing my nails once a week and filming it and putting it up on YouTube for all y'all to see, I would have probably kept that mani on for at least another half a week, maybe even a full week, but because I like having this me time to do my nails, and I like following Tara Stoddard's weekly mixed mani challenges most of the time, and I like having this time. It's kind of like a diary for me, but it also ends up being entertainment for some of you guys, and so I'm glad that I can provide that for you guys. So yeah, but well, where was I going with that? I don't remember. But yeah, that mani lasted. I think that's where I was going with that. That mani lasted a whole, like, more than I thought it would, because again, I had very little hope of Paint the Town when it was all melty. I thought it was a goner, but it lasted. So, yay, Color Street. Anyways, sometimes Color Street really surprises me, because, like, I'm a big fan, obviously, if you've been watching my channel, big fan of Color Street, but it's like, it's hard to describe because, you know, when you have sets sometimes, like Paint the Town, where it unexpectedly was melty, and it freaks me out, I worry about that sometimes, because, you know, I like sometimes talk up Color Street a lot, even though I'm not a stylist. I'll tell you that. I'm not a stylist. But I talk it up because I love it so much. And then sometimes, you know, there are disappointments. So, you know, with every small business that's, you know, working on growing and stuff like that, they're not perfect. And so that's what worries me sometimes, is that, you know, you're hyping up a product and then it fails to perform the way you would think it would. And so, you know, anyways, I personally find ways to make it work. Tim Gunn, Project One Way, I always quote him, make it work, right? But, you know, I would hate for something to happen where a friend would have a set and it didn't work right. So yeah, but the stylists are really great. So if you have a good stylist, they're more than willing to, like, contact the company and make things right. So yeah. And the company's still very, like, new. It's only been around since 2017. So yeah, they're going through some growing pains because they're adding new stuff, and maybe that's taking their attention away from their best selling products, their known products, their nails. So I don't know if that might be what's happening, but I really do hope that the company figures things out and does better with some of their other things. Their nails, though, I love their nails. But it's been so hard. So when I heard about Color Street and I started using it, I wanted, like, all of it. Like Pokemon, Gotta Catch 'em All. Like, I wanted, like, all the sets. And it was a little obsessive, I have to admit. Like, I literally created an Excel spreadsheet and started tracking every single set that had ever come out since Color Street became a company, like a public company in 2017. And then I was, like, scoping out ways to find, like, old sets that I really, really wanted, and I would buy them for, like, I want to say it's not too exorbitant of a price, because I've seen people price, like, old sets at really crazy prices, but I'll have to admit, I have paid, like, $20 for a set, which I think back now and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, why did I do that? Well, I bought it off, you know, stylists that I knew, so it's like, okay, I'm supporting their business, right? So I'm not feeling so bad about that. But now you won't catch me doing that now, just because of different priorities and all of that. But yeah, I was really obsessed with trying to collect them all, and now I'm just like, okay, I've got way too many sets, so I'm gonna stop buying so many and really try to use up the majority of the sets that I do own first, and only buy, like, the sets that I really, really want. Or if it's like my birthday just passed, for example, and people gave me birthday money, I'm going to be using that, obviously, on Color Street. Maybe some crumble cookies, too. but probably mostly on Color Street, supporting my sister-in-law, Carla's business, and trying to not build my collection too big, because I do utilize like a lot of the nails. You know, I do my niece's nails whenever I get the chance. Sometimes if my sister-in-law Carla lets me do her nails, I'll do them. I like doing my friends' nails if they let me do them. I mean, some of them are learning to do them on their own too. Family too. I have, you know, cousins and stuff like that. Sister, like, that will like kind of like, you know, give Color Street a try. It's awesome. So yeah, but I don't know, doing my nails and doing my friends and family's nails, especially my niece's nails, brings me so much joy, and it's good like quality bonding time, like family time. And my mom is always so amazed at how quickly I can do my niece's nails, but that's because their nails are so teeny tiny, and they're not as like obsessed at like having it like super perfect like I do with my, like I try to do with my own nails. I try, sometimes fail, because when I'm filming, I'm trying to remember, okay, I gotta make sure I'm in the view and it's not like not, you know, it's focused, right? But not always. And so I don't have control over that when I'm talking and trying to do my nails. And so yeah, I feel for all of my nail buddies that do YouTube videos, I'm sure you feel the same pain. It's like, oh, like you want to put something out for folks to be able to appreciate like the art of doing nails, but then you don't really have control over like the camera focusing, especially if you're like paying attention to your nails when you're doing your nails. It's like I can't look at the camera and look at my nails at the same time, so I have to just pray that my phone is capturing the moment properly. So yeah, anywho, just going off on tangents today, but yeah, this week's been full of a lot of good eats. There was also a manager's dinner I went to. Such amazing food. We went to Charcoal Venice. If you are ever in the Venice, Marina del Rey area, Charcoal Venice is really nice. Really good experience. Kind of pricey, but you know what? We did Dine LA, and so that allowed us to try a lot of different things for a set price, and that's really nice. But enough about work. My friends and I, my gal pals, we celebrated my birthday yesterday. It was the only weekend day that we were all free to be able to get together and celebrate. And so one of the things that we talked about was like, what are you guys watching? Like, what are we watching? And both of them had mentioned, because I was telling them like, okay, this is the type of stuff I like to watch and yada, yada, yada. And both of them had said, oh, you'll want to watch Bridgerton. Like, and I remember my mother-in-law, Patty, when we were briefly living with her and my father-in-law, may he rest in peace, she had watched that show, and I remember her saying it was really good. I wasn't in the right frame of mind to be watching a show like Bridgerton back then, because I was dealing with a lot of depression and I was just not well. But yeah, you know, after my dad's heart attack in 2019 and us kind of going on a journey to health right before the pandemic hit, and then during the pandemic, and still now, you know, every day is our journey to health. Like, every day you make choices and you continue living life, right? But anyways, I'm not going to go down that path and explain all of that. Bridgerton. So I finally took some time to start watching Bridgerton, and I've already gotten through 5 episodes. Yeah, binge watching, as you can tell. So rather than napping today, which I had big intentions on doing so, Bridgerton got my attention, and needless to say, 5 episodes in, I am hooked. So thank you, Na and Diane, for suggesting I watch it, because I'm actually now in the right frame of mind to thoroughly enjoy the build of that show. And it definitely falls in line with, you know, a lot of the shows that I love to watch. Like, when I had Apple TV, I was watching Dickinson, and I really liked that as well. And so this gives similar feels. So I'm very happy with that. So yeah. But that's also another reason why I'm like, okay, I gotta do my nails. It's Sunday. I'm gonna do my nails. I do my nails on Sunday. So, but after I'm done with my nails, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and continue watching Bridgerton. If Panda Bear is like, yeah, you can watch more. Because I'm taking over the TV. But yeah. Anyways, not sure if you guys that are watching have seen Bridgerton. If you have, comment below. What are your thoughts? What do I have to look forward to? No spoilers. I mean, spoilers are fine, actually, because I still will watch a show even with spoilers. But yeah, like, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the show. I understand that every season is, like, about a different main character, from what Na and Diane had told me. So I'll have that to look forward to. So that, I think there's 4 seasons so far. So yeah. Very excited to have a new show, because I've been watching The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and we were talking, Diane and I, because both of us have been watching that show, and she was like, yeah, I'm not liking this last season. It's really different this last season. It just feels very rushed, and they're trying to, like, wrap it all in a nice bow. And just, like, the direction they took the show in is just kind of odd. But it's still funny, and, you know, so I'm gonna watch it to the end, because I'm not a quitter. But yeah, I don't know. It's almost, like, lost its appeal. But that show is going to end at the end of May. So yeah, I'm just glad to have another show to watch when I have the time to watch TV. So I'll have to space it out to make sure that I'm not sacrificing sleep to binge watch the show. So yeah. But yeah. And then I know that someone had commented they were watching Nashville on Hulu, and Panda Bear and I had given up Hulu because we weren't using it enough, and we were trying to cut back on some costs. And so I don't have access to Hulu, which made me sad, actually, because also another show that I had watched when we had Hulu was Only Murders in the Building. And that show, I think, has returned, but, you know, not able to watch that show. But it's okay. It's just TV. But yeah. Right now, what platforms do we have that we can stream from? I think Netflix. I always like watching YouTube videos because YouTube's free. We have Paramount, I think, for the time being. I know that Panda Bear likes watching, he was watching Yellowstone and Succession, and I don't know what platforms he was watching those on. I think maybe HBO Max was one of them. Paramount might have been another. But yeah, it's funny because there's shows where Panda Bear and I will watch together, and then there's many more times where there's shows where he's into and I'm not really like following it avidly, and vice versa. But sometimes, you know, we're in the same room, so we'll sometimes catch something and comment on it and stuff like that. And so he was very helpful today because there was a specific song that was playing in episode 5, season 1, where I was like, oh my god, what song is that? And so he sent me a link where it's like breaking down all of the songs that were featured in Bridgerton. And so now I've got another fun link on my time when I'm not watching the show that I can scope out the music, because I'm a big fan of music. Sometimes music really makes the show, I'll tell you. But yeah, looking forward to going down that rabbit hole when I have time. But yeah, let's see here. Oh, shoot. That one just wanted to fall right onto my thumb. Alright, let's hope that it covers the whole thing, because I didn't really get a chance to place it the way I wanted to. Alright, so almost done with the first layer. So the first layer, how are we doing on time? 11 minutes. So this is probably going to be a two-parter, and that's okay, because it is a mixed mani, and the second part is going to be me coloring these. And for those Color Street fans, you're probably looking at these colors going, hey, that kind of looks like Grow with the Flow. Is it called Grow with the Flow? I feel like I have that set. But it's like an nail art design set with flowers that look kind of like this, but it was like these colors. But it doesn't have the black. It has white. And so it's going to look a little different, obviously, because I don't have the ombre sets either. The ombre nails that Grow with the Flow has. But those are the colors my mom picked, and I like them. They're really nice spring, almost summer colors. And it should look really interesting. The reason why I picked flowers is because my mom loves flowers, and you know, this week's theme is motherly love, and so I had to do something that totally fits like my mom's vibe. And so flowers were it, and having her pick the colors, I had to do that. Like, I wasn't gonna pick them. I wanted it to be a tribute to her. So yeah, I had her help pick the colors, and so I can't wait to like show her the reveal. She'll probably already be asleep by the time I'm done with this mani, so she'll get the reveal either tomorrow when she checks Facebook, or when I get home from work if she's still awake. We have different work schedules, so she works graveyard and I work like during the daytime, so we're like two ships in the night sometimes, especially on those days where I am in the office late. So hopefully I'll get to show her the mani like live tomorrow. But if not, you know, like I said, she'll see it on Facebook, and she'll see it when she sees it. But yeah. Alright, so here we go. What did you all do for Mother's Day? For those that have mothers to celebrate, or you are a mother and people celebrated you, I feel like Mother's Day, okay, it's really commercialized. Very hard to get, you know, in a restaurant on Mother's Day because everyone's celebrating their mamas. But it's kind of fun to see, like, everyone dressed up. Like, I don't know if that's how it is with you guys, if you guys, you know, take your mom out to celebrate, or if, you know, you take yourself out to celebrate or whatever. But, like, seeing, like, the kids dress up for their mommies, and, just people of all ages out with their moms, that makes me happy, because family's like huge for me. And then, you know, for those of you that are missing your moms, you know, hopefully you found a good way to, you know, at least have a decent Sunday. But yeah, it was fun to like see the girls, Panda Bear's nieces, my nieces, Amaryllis and Amelie, they were dressed in matching dresses, so cute. Carla looked all dressed up and nice too, and then Benjamin and and Marcelo, Panda Bear, you know, it was nice. We were able to enjoy lunch sitting outside of an IHOP, and the food was actually not bad. Not bad at all. The wait, though, whoo! The wait for a table, they said it would be an hour. They did end up calling us in less than an hour, but then the wait for food, my goodness, like, it was a while. But in the end, everyone was well fed, and it was nice to be able to sit down and be outside the house with Carla and the kids, which doesn't get to happen often. So, you know, it's nice to have a change of pace. But we are helping Amaryllis with another school project, and that school project is now a solar system without Pluto. We don't talk about Pluto. Anyways, so we were, like, this week working on buying, like, the supplies that were needed for that project. And so the other project, though, like, that we helped her do on her leatherback sea turtle, like, she still hasn't done the report. Like, she hasn't presented it. So I don't really know what, like, what her teacher's plans are. But, like, she's throwing, like, all these projects on the kids. Yay! It's my favorite one. Just like in the sub box. Alright. But, don't really know what her teacher's plans are. Throwing all these projects at the kids. Very last minute, it feels like. Only giving them, like, a week or something to do. And my goodness, like, I don't know. It's a lot. Like, I'm trying to remember, like, it's been so long since I was a kid in elementary school, so I don't remember, like, how much time, like, our teachers had given us when they gave us, like, school projects and stuff like that. But I feel like a week's time is very little time to, like, give, especially for first graders, like, plus, like, you know, it's like trying to find all the supplies, and if you're on a limited budget, it's like, dang, like, was that what it was like? Like, I'm, like, you know, when I was a kid, and, like, my mom and dad, you know, as my parents, did they, like, really have to, like, jump through hoops and stuff to, like, get supplies and stuff for our school projects? I don't know, because, you know, what I vaguely remember, and I know it's not in first grade, some of these projects that they're having these kids do feel like projects that we did in, like, higher grades. But anyways, I know when I got a bit older, when I was taking the school bus and then the public bus, different times, man. Like, we had access to, go to, like, the supply stores and stuff like that. I remember my parents giving me cash to go buy my own stuff. Like, I remember specifically going with other students on our own to go buy stuff. I don't know, but that won't happen, like, at least definitely not with my niece as a first grader. She definitely wouldn't have that opportunity to do that herself. But anyways, like, just trying to find all the stuff, it's like, oh, it's kind of a challenge. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be coloring the sticky side right here. And I realized that this might be easier to do on a smooth surface. So let me see if I have something I could use as a smooth surface. Oh, the envelope that came with the brochures, the brochures that Tara sent me. I can use that. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm coloring in the flowers, and then I'm going to place that onto my nails. So the reason why I chose this set as I mentioned, my mom loves flowers, but also, you know, motherly love. Like, you know, you remember being a kid and making like cards and little crafts and stuff like that for your mom for Mother's Day, right? And so that's what made me think of this. It's like, oh, this is like, you know, this is my arts and crafts project for my mom, even though it's on my nails and not her nails. She did let me do her nails once, but she's not really a fan of having like nail polish or anything like on her nails. So yeah, but at least she let me do it that one time. It was really nice being able to do that for my mom, and fun, like I said, bonding time. And so if she ever wants me to do her nails again, I would totally be up to doing it. But it's up to her. So, but yeah. Alright, so she picked these 3 colors. Obviously, because the envelope is brown, you're not going to be able to see the colors that great just yet. But you will be able to see the colors once I place them on my nails. And that's the reason why I use this, the string of pearls, which is a white kind of coat. But also, it's kind of like it's got a little bit of pink in it. So I wanted that pearlescent pink sheen to show up a little bit. In the nails. So that's why I chose that. But now you can see why this video is going to be like at least 2 parts, because this is going to take a little bit of work. I'm trying to make it random too. Like, some of the flowers are probably not going to get colored in because, like, I can't see myself coloring all of them, but at least coloring some of them. And I can't see very well with the brown. I probably should have thought this through. I should have had like a should have had like a white. That's fine. Okay, that looks just about right. But you know, when you're a kid and you're coloring your coloring books and stuff like that, you don't color it all the way in, right? And so it's meant to look kind of not fully colored in. So if I missed anything, it's okay. It will not ruin the whole look. And so there, my timer went off. So we're rolling into part 2 pretty soon. So yeah, but let's do that. I'm going to break this off. My nails are still short enough where I can use the 1 strip for 2 sides. So I like that because then I could save some of my leftovers. Color Street is a one-time use product, but a lot of us kind of like try to save our leftovers either in the freezer or we heat seal them, and we try to save them because if you're like me, you're opening more than 1 set and you don't want to waste it, right? And so you want to be able to use them, whether it's on another Mixed Mani later or on your friends and family, especially on my nieces. I want to be able to have lots of different leftovers as varieties for them to choose from. So yeah. Let's see. That is what it's going to look like. Very groovy. I don't know if the lighting is allowing for the color to really show.